The inspiration honestly came from God, man. I really wanted to share my story with the world and to inspire and empower people who have gone through the things that I have gone through, to overcome their challenges and strive for greatness in everything that they think, say, or do. And by strive for greatness, I mean God's greatness, strive to be a better human being, strive to be, the best version of themselves, rather than being a victim of their environment or their circumstances or whatever it may be. So the inspiration honestly came from God to serve God's people, and to really get out of my own way and not try to protect myself from the judgment or the ridicule that may come with the challenges that I experienced growing up, and some challenges that I still face as an adult. But I had I it was almost I must do this. I must serve the world in this way, even if it means sacrificing myself. By way of course, what I mean by sacrificing myself is the ridicule or whatever that stuff may be. But I must let this information get in front of other people so that it can inspire them, because it's not about me. God didn't put me through those experiences for me to go through them and just go through them. It's for me to show other people what it looks like to trust God and to know that all things work together for good for them who love God and are called to his purpose, right? So I needed to get that information out. And Go Be Great, the idea behind Go Be Great, the podcast was to do the same thing that the book was doing, just to reach other people as well. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you asking that question. That's a really, really good question. But the inspiration was God for sure, and inspiring, empowering the kingdom, his people.
What's up, everyone? It is your boy Jamal Sanford. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. And we are here for another Zoom interview episode. This is season one, episode number 8. So I hope y'all stay caught up and check out all the other videos on the channel. Leave a like, comment on them, and share with your family and friends. And also, just stay tuned in for more interview and upcoming video coming up very soon. For today episode, I am very excited. It been few months in advance of in the work in progress, and I have the honor to join. And I'm backing up just a tad bit. For the one who did not know, that the first episode of season one, I interviewed his son on here, and in today's episode, I am very excited and really happy up about it because this is the first episode that I have a parent came along on a Zoom interview and actually have a conversation with me. So this is a really, really the very first and big huge thing to me and history in the making. So I really appreciate this awesome special guest. He is an actor. He is a whole lot. There is a whole lot of titles, so we're gonna definitely make sure we're gonna hit all the mark on this interview, this conversation. Motivated speaker, author, a podcast host, a husband, a father. It's so many great titles, and he have an awesome testimony and story that he going to share with y'all in this conversation as well. So I'm really am looking forward to it. So Travis Wolfesr Senior out here, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself and just give a small introduction. So we start from there.
Yes, sir. Hey, Jamal, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on this, as one of your people who you interview, man. Just super grateful for you to ask of me to do this. Um, Obviously, it was an immediate yes, but I'm just really grateful, man, to be able to be here with you and to share with your audience. You have an incredible audience. You're doing some incredible work in this world. And you give a lot of people, their flowers, and as they say, and you talk about a lot of people in a very, very positive way, but I don't know if we take the time to really appreciate how incredible and extraordinary that you are, how incredible and extraordinary you are, because the light that you bring to the world, man, and the desire to bring good to people, to do good by people, to share things with people that are going to inspire and empower and motivate them, is truly a great calling. And everybody doesn't always accept the call, but those who do, man, it's a great work. And I just want to encourage you to keep going, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're definitely doing some incredible things, and truly, truly, I'm grateful to be a part of this. So thank you so much.
Thanks you for being here. Oh, I forgot I also mention this. He's the man of God. So if y'all know y'all been watching my YouTube channel, y'all know faith and family is a two big main thing on here on my YouTube channel. So set the small background on yourself.
I am Travis Wolfe Sr. And I am like you. I am you. I am the same as you. All of us have the spirit of God in us first and foremost. And I come from a very challenging background, as many people who may be watching this podcast have come from. I grew up in very, very impoverished, a very, very impoverished environment. Both my parents were addicted to drugs, crack when I was very young. And my father was an abusive alcoholic as well. And I ended up in foster care when I was 8 years old. I was abused in foster care in every way imaginable. Um, I eventually got out of foster care when I was about, I believe, 11 years old. And no, forgive me, 12 years old. My father got me out of a group home at 12 years old. And I was a runaway at 15. I was homeless at 16. And I was arrested when I was 19. And although I say I was all those things, I am so grateful today now to say that I am a Temple University graduate. I'm a retired Philadelphia police sergeant, an Army veteran, an author, an international speaker. I'm a business owner, entrepreneur, and I am first and foremost a man of God. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a leader, and I am so grateful to be able to say I am all those things coming from where I've come from. And more importantly, sometimes we may not always see where we're supposed to go or what we can achieve, or we may not be able to see our dreams coming true. But I want to encourage everyone to continue to dream, because today I'm living the dream that I had when I was 7 years old. Today, as I'm a 42-year-old man now, but I'm living that dream and have been living that dream for the past 8 years. But I had it when I was seven. But I believe that a kid like me, with circumstances like mine, the ones that I explained, don't get to have those opportunities, don't get to have those dreams come true. So I stopped dreaming that dream. But today I am living that dream, and I'm so grateful to be living that dream. And I'll share more about that with you a little bit later.
That is awesome. I would like to go ahead congratulate you for all the success, the acting, graduating, and everything. I am so proud of you. I know I have reached out to you in the comment and private, but it really do take a lot of work to go through a lot to say that I want to do more in education.
Mhm.
Like not so many people going back to school like after high school. Once that was done, they were like, I'm done. I'm going to do my job and do my own thing. You
Yep.
know. So I would like to congratulate you and honor you for that, because not many young black men are doing that, or it's very well to even hear that. So it is a very honor to hear that.
I'm grateful, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem. So the first question that I have on here, and I just like to just say something a little bit fun, which I always do each and every guest. You know, how did we connect and bond on social media?
Um, you know, that's a really great question, and I'm glad you asked that. A lot of people, for whatever reason, fear the DM. You know, um, just it's okay to DM someone. It really truly is, and you never know how that's going to work out. We've DM'd people before that may not have gotten back to us right away, but they eventually do get back to us, and to be able to work with some of the people we've been able to work with, connect with some people we've been able to connect with, just by simply sending a DM. It's been incredible. The way we bonded is you would always comment on Travis's videos. And we used to monitor Travis's Instagram and TikTok accounts and that stuff really, really closely. So I always recognized you always commenting and always saying something good, positive, inspiring, motivating, continuing to, motivate Travis to keep posting, like, those types of things stood out to me. So, of course, I had to look into you to make sure that you were someone good. And of course you were. And it was really awesome to always see your name pop up. And I would respond to your comments. And then you started watching stuff that I put on my page and commenting there. So we built that bond that way. And I would reach out to you every now and again and say something, kind to you in response to your kind messages. And here we are today doing this interview. So yeah, that's how we connected.
I For me, it was from Chadwick Jr., his son, actually. Following him in his career in acting and different things that add bad. I'm that type of person where I don't follow just the kid. I believe in following the family. If they have a social media, I'm that type of person because I don't. We got a lot of things going on social media as it is, so that's I always kept that in mind as well with everything, all things. Because I just want to be not only be safe for me, but make sure it be safe. Don't get blocked per se. But his dad, I'm being honest with you. I did not really know him that much until I did my research and watching podcasts and just dive in deep, just trying to get to know him, and I was very not very surprised, but very.
Mhm.
It gave me like the sense of I know this person. I just felt like you is a very great person, a motivated like by other people, and your testimony really almost got me emotional. Cause I really did. I hate that you were going through it, but the way how you were able to share your stories, like we are getting emotional. Cause it's very hard to do that. We are getting emotional very quickly. I'm being honest with you. With me, when I share my testimony or whatever I'm going through, I get emotional very quickly. Cause
Mhm.
I'm very not saying that I'm very weak, but I'm just very passionate into you know and I don't wish that on nobody else. So I so it really came from the comments session with his son and his individual post on social media, been cracking up like non-stop, like and then DM of course. So it's have been a blessing, and now we are here with the interview. So I'm just grateful for you and your connection, your bond, and our brotherhood because it really meant a lot to me. And you pick it to a person who have a speech impairment and did not have a dad and an older brother growing up in the house. It was just me and my two sisters.
Mhm.
So it really meant a lot to have that relationship like as a like a family and it's I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you saying that, man. I appreciate you saying that. And that is very important. And I'm grateful to be someone who you can look to in that way. Truly, that really means the world to me. And I want to share this with you, unsolicited, if that's okay with you.
That's
Um,
fine.
know that it's okay to be emotional. I heard you say it's not that I'm weak. And it's a true misconception about manhood or even individuals, period, that showing emotion is weakness. The truth is that all of us are full of emotion. And It's not always good to act on our emotions, right? But it's important that we have them and that we go through those emotions. When I was young, I was taught not to cry. Don't cry, don't cry. You get, my father thought it was weak for young men to cry. My father was also a Marine. My father also was in the streets, growing up in Philly, in the drug game. So that was how he was raised. Um, but that's not the truth of human beings. We have emotions, and to suppress them is to do so much more damage than it is to actually cry. Crying is actually something that's therapeutic for our bodies. Our bodies actually need to cry, right? It's scientific. I'm not going to go into all that right now. I'm not a scientist. I don't know enough about it to explain it well, but if you look into it, we actually need to cry. It cleanses us, right? And it also prevents us from crashing out, right? Because sometimes we get so angry because we suppress our emotions for so long that we can explode, right? And that can hurt us or hurt other people. So it's okay to have those emotions, man. It's okay to go through that. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of a man, less of an individual, it doesn't make you less of anything. It just shows that you're human. And God gave us that part of us is intentional. It's by design. So to resist it is almost to resist our nature, right? Um, and that's something I had to learn growing up. And really, I was crashing out all the time when I was younger because I suppressed how I really felt, and I would show it would show out as anger, if that makes sense. So I've always encouraged my kids to go through all their emotions. Oddly enough, Travis, my son doesn't always show his emotions, but I've gotten better at making sure that they know it's okay. When he was younger, I wasn't always okay with us showing our emotions. I was in a lot of tough environments in the military, the police department, where men don't usually show their emotions much. Because if you get too emotional, you can lose your life, right? So, I didn't want to be taken advantage of or lose my life because I was emotional and not paying attention to my environment. But I got better at showing my children it's okay to be emotional, and go through that. And as I got into acting, I started to understand that without those emotions, we're not really being human. We're not being truthful. And as an actor, we have to live truthfully, right, in whatever the given imaginary circumstances are. So I had to learn how to access those emotions. When I first started acting, I couldn't get emotional. I couldn't cry, I couldn't be happy, I couldn't be sad, I couldn't go through those emotions because I was always suppressing them. And my instructor, Ranji Pereira, taught me how important it was to allow myself to feel and have those emotions. And that is one key element of great actors. They are able to access their emotions, just like that, because they can actually feel whatever the circumstances require for them to feel. They live it truthfully. So I want to encourage you to continue to be emotional and don't diminish it at all, and don't let anyone else diminish it, regardless of who's sitting across from you. Um, boom. I want to retract that statement a bit because I don't want to disregard what anyone else says or diminish what anyone else says because this is just my personal feeling and opinion about it. But I feel that the truth is that we are emotional human beings and we should feel. That's all.
I appreciate you for saying that. Not only help it to me, but I believe that it's going to help young black men who are watching this Pacific video. So I really appreciate you for saying that.
You got it, brother.
The next question that I have on here is, what are your first impressions of me?
I love that question. I hinted to it a bit earlier, man. My first impression of you was through your messages, through your comments on Travis's posts and things of that nature. And when I started to see those comments constantly coming in, I looked into you and just always positive, always kind, always polite. I'm like, yeah, I gotta follow this man. I gotta see what this man's about. He's an incredible young human being doing some incredible things, and I just wanted to support, So um I love seeing young people like yourself doing great things to try to help other people. And by great things, I just mean simple human kindness. I've never seen you say anything negative on anybody's post. And I've seen, we follow a lot of the same people. we're all in the same circles, you know. So I see you posting on everybody's stuff, always good, always positive, you know. So that's who I saw you to be, just a genuinely good, kind, caring, loving individual, and who wanted to make an impact in the world. And someone who didn't let what people perceive as an impediment, you didn't allow that to deter you from getting on these interviews, talking to people, from putting yourself on social media and delivering a positive message. And that is inspiring, brother. That is absolutely incredible. Some of us are afraid to use our gift that God has given us to inspire and motivate people. And we might be what people may consider fine or okay or without an impediment. And then you have somebody like yourself who people might look at you and judge you in a way that you have an impediment, and you're putting yourself out there to make an impact in their lives. So it's like, what's your excuse? This guy's doing it, with all the reasons not to, and he's still doing it. So why aren't we? Yeah, man, just inspiring young man, man, truly, truly inspiring individual, brother.
My first impression of you is just very, very motivated, inspiring, and helping others. Always very, very. He has such a sense of humor that is similar to your son, and it really is very funny. Like it just y'all go check out his IG account on TikTok. Y'all will understand exactly what I talk about. It just I always told like Chadwick, like your son, like all the time, like y'all posts have always made my day every single time
Thank you, brother.
because it's
I,
y'all just don't understand what people going through and they need that smile, they need that laugh. So I really do admire that in y'all posting as well, and along with a father son duo. I really do admire the type of ratio that y'all have, cause y'all really do talk and sound exact a lot. I literally had to close my eyes. For like, is this Travis Jr. or is this Travis Senior? Cause y'all sound just alike, and I did not really realize it until you point that out in one of your videos. That got me off guard. I was like, wow. That is that is a blessing. That is a blessing.
Sometimes when I'm on the phone with people and they're talking and I'm listening to them, Travis might walk by me and he'll be on the phone talking, or he'll walk by and say something to somebody in the house, and the person on the phone will say, "What'd you say?" I said, "No, I didn't. That's not me. That's my son. He just sounds just like me." They think that I'm talking to them, and they know my voice. They're my friends, but they think it's Travis. They think it's me, and it's Travis. It's so funny. It happens all the time.
That the funny thing for me. I'm sorry. It's just so funny how y'all sound like y'all act alike. That is cool. Just to hear that. The next question that I would like to talk about your faith in Jesus Christ and why it is important to you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I told a little bit of my story earlier, and for sake of time, I didn't really go deep into it. And um, you know, um, when you're going through the type of things that I went through growing up, even as I've been older, been in different shootings and stuff of that nature on my job, as a police officer or a police sergeant, or going through just different challenges in my life as I've been older. um, you really see the power of God. Sometimes you feel so powerless in many situations. And I've seen what happens when I just surrender and give it to God, man. When I just say, God, you got it. For some reason, us humans always try to control the outcome of our circumstances, or try to navigate without a guide, a place that we've never been. But our Father in heaven knows exactly what's before us and exactly how to overcome it. And as we have free will, he allows us to do our own thing. But and sometimes we get lost doing our own thing, or we get, deeper into the woods doing our own thing. But if we just let God guide us, you know, um, I've seen what happens when I surrender and let God guide me, man. I've seen what happens when, when I retired from the police department and my family had moved here to LA. Before I retired, when I retired, we went without any income for 10 months while I was waiting for my retirement. I was fighting to get my retirement from the department. And I remember just the struggle that we went through, the challenges that we went through financially, and in other ways. I just remember just surrendering and saying, God, you got it. I know you brought us here for a reason, and I'm just going to do your will. Like I will do your will, whatever you say. And I was just obedient. And brother, today we are living an extraordinary life. I feel because of that obedience to God, all of us, chose to be obedient to God and do what God had for us to do rather than try to control it and do our own thing. And my faith in God is just so important because we are God's children. And if we don't understand that, we don't appreciate that, and we try to live our lives our own way, um, I've seen what happens when I did that. And I've seen the difference when I give my life to God and let Christ lead me and my family. And it's just been, I mean, night and day and truly incredible journey. And I've seen it work in so many other people's lives too. I would never ignore it. And I know that I watch my children. I hear them talk about God. I see them when we have certain conversations. I see them truly surrendering. Saying they're going to give it to God, but I see them truly surrendering. And I know when I see the success in their lives, I know that it's because of that surrender, because of letting God work in their lives. So it's extremely important, and I would never go without it.
You welcome. Well, as we get into your own family, a wife and kids, what that been like for you?
It's been fun, man. It's been absolutely fun. A wife and kids, man. It's the Bible says when a man finds a wife, he findeth a good thing, right? So I've got a good thing, and a great wife, somebody who's super supportive, who has gone through, I mean, she's gone through so much, man, to help this family to become successful. I mean, sacrificed when she had a business of her own. She owned her own business, and our kids wanted to be actors. She shut down her own business to help them pursue their goals. You know, just because we didn't have those opportunities growing up, my wife and I, she believed that we always got to give our kids whatever opportunities they desire so they can be successful. Um, she's always sacrificed herself for this family and always put herself last. And I'm just so grateful to have a woman who is willing to do that for all of us, not just my kids, but for me, things that I wanted to do in my life, whether it be join the military or, become a lieutenant in the police department, or a sergeant or whatever. As I was going up the ranks, she was always there to support me. And when I started a new business, she was there to support me. When I became an actor, she managed me, as she still manages me, as she manages our children as well. Um, but I'm grateful to have an amazing wife like her, and my children, man. They just bring me so much joy. They bring me so much joy. They bring me more joy than I can really express in words. They also present some challenges for me and help me to grow as an individual. I didn't always have the best rearing growing up, the best, best parenting. So I don't know how to really be a good parent. I just do my best to just love on my children and do my best to support them and give them every opportunity that they want, that they desire, and to teach them lessons along the way, and then point them to God as much as I can. Um, but my children help me to become a better person because they can get me angry, they can get me upset, they can get me, you know, all the whole range of emotions. And but I learned how to navigate my own emotions and how to be a better human being through my experiences with them. So very grateful for really all of them, but they're very, very fun. As you see, Travis and I, yeah, I know you people see the videos on social media. You may or may not believe that that's how we interact, but um, that the way you see us interact on those videos is how Travis and I interact. We fight all the time. We practice new moves on each other. Sometimes he's angry at me, I'm angry at him, and he'll make a joke and we'll both laugh. Like we really have that experience on a regular basis, and it's really fun, man. And his sister, little sister, she's just as funny, just as fun. She is a little him. We call her Junie Junior because she's definitely Junie's his nickname, but we call her Junie Junior. Man, she's definitely a spin. She's looks up to him. So she does a lot of the things that he does. So it's really fun all the time around here, man.
That is awesome. You have a wonderful family. You really do.
Glory
And
to God.
you and the wife, y'all are doing a great job raising them.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you saying that. Doing the best we can.
Yes. Where is the inspiration behind Go Be Great, the podcast, and the book?
Yeah. The inspiration honestly came from God, man. I really wanted to share my story with the world and to inspire and empower people who have gone through the things that I have gone through, to overcome their challenges and strive for greatness in everything that they think, say, or do. And by strive for greatness, I mean God's greatness, strive to be a better human being, strive to be, the best version of themselves, rather than being a victim of their environment or their circumstances or whatever it may be. So the inspiration honestly came from God to serve God's people, and to really get out of my own way and not try to protect myself from the judgment or the ridicule that may come with the challenges that I experienced growing up, and some challenges that I still face as an adult. But I had I it was almost I must do this. I must serve the world in this way, even if it means sacrificing myself. By way of course, what I mean by sacrificing myself is the ridicule or whatever that stuff may be. But I must let this information get in front of other people so that it can inspire them, because it's not about me. God didn't put me through those experiences for me to go through them and just go through them. It's for me to show other people what it looks like to trust God and to know that all things work together for good for them who love God and are called to his purpose, right? So I needed to get that information out. And Go Be Great, the idea behind Go Be Great, the podcast was to do the same thing that the book was doing, just to reach other people as well. So yeah, man, I appreciate you asking that question. That's a really, really good question. But the inspiration was God for sure, and inspiring, empowering the kingdom, his people.
That is awesome. I really did enjoy went back and watched the podcast this week. I really did enjoy. I enjoyed everything what you stand out for, what you believe in. I just really it encouraged me and empowered me in so many different ways. So
Wow.
thanks you.
Thank you, brother.
No problem. What made you want to become an actor?
What made me want to become an actor, when I was 7 years old, I used to watch this show called Beverly Hills 90210. My sister introduced me to it, my older sister. And we used to watch that show, and I wanted to be like those kids. I wanted to live in a California suburb where the sun is always shining and the palm trees are always swaying in the wind. I wanted to live the life that those kids were living, wealthy, without worrying about expenditures, jumping in your Ferrari and going to the beach whenever you wanted, or, you know, but of course, because of my circumstances that I had growing up, being in foster care, parents on drugs, things of that nature, I stopped dreaming that dream. And again, I had it at 7 years old, and it's a very powerful thing for a kid to have a dream at that age, you know, to be seven and see where you want to be at that time in your life is truly incredible, and especially if you had the support to achieve it. When my son was 7 years old, he told his mom and I that he wanted to be an actor. And I didn't remember the my dream at that moment. But of course, we were like, okay, buddy, like let's go. We got you. And we got Travis into acting, got him an agent, and he booked his first job, his first audition, which is abnormal. Then he booked his second audition, and he booked his first 4 out of 5 auditions. And he booked his first 4 out of 5 jobs. So he had an audition and booked it off his audition, which is unheard of, um, really, at that stage in his life. And when we got to LA, I remember going to pick up some checks at his agent's office one day, and I was looking through his checks, and I was like, "Dang, next check, dang!" Every check was big, and I'm thinking, "Dang, these are nice." So his agent said to me, she said, while I was looking at the check, she was like, "You must be in the wrong profession, huh?" And I was like, "Nah, I mean, I love what I do. At this time, I'm a speaker. I just gotten paid like $17,000 to speak at this school, and I was like, nah, I love what I do, but these are nice." She started laughing. She said, "Well, he must get it from somewhere coming to my office." And before she said that, she said to me, "Why haven't you started acting yet?" And when I heard her say it, very interesting. Watch this. I didn't hear her voice. And I told you that I had this dream when I was 7 years old to live in a California suburb where the sun is always shining and the palm trees are always swaying in the wind. And when she said, "Why haven't you started acting yet?" I didn't hear her voice. But then immediately the thought came over me, I put you in the place where you wanted to be, in the circumstances that you needed. Why haven't you started acting yet? What I asked God for, the dream that I saw that I envisioned when I was 7 years old, I was living it and didn't even realize that I was living it. So why haven't I started doing the thing that I wanted to do when I was in that environment? So I went into her office, man, and she she signed me up. She signed me to her roster, and I've been going ever since. I was 36 years old when I first started, and now I'm living the life that I've always wanted to live since I was 7 years old, man. So that was my inspiration, man. That show and wanting to be like those kids, and then being here, actually in that environment, God showing me that I will give you what you ask for. But it's up to you to take the steps. It's up to you to do the thing, right? So that motivated me, man, to really just go after it. So that's what I've been doing.
It's awesome. You don't even look at 36 at the time. You look great. You still
Thanks.
look young. That's
Thank
the
you.
funny thing about it. You still look young and very youthful.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
So
God was good, man.
yes, sir. All the time. It's still good. Let's talk about your content progress. Cause you literally just thought, well, I ain't gonna say just started, but you've been posting lately. So I would like to hear the progress of, like what idea will come to your mind and how long it took to put it together, if you
Yep.
edit it or don't edit it.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good questions, man. Absolutely. So for me, man, I'm a creator, man. We are all creators because the God that is in each and every one of us, God's life energy that is in each and every one of us that animates us is a creator, right? So God is a creator. We are creators, right? Because God created us in his image and his likeness. And I just must create because that is my essence. I must create. I am unhappy if I'm not creating. And I have found different avenues to create, whether it be through acting or art or whatever. But I really do love creating content. I have a good time doing it. Travis and I are truly a content machine. Like when I look back at the videos, we have cameras all around our house, yeah, everywhere in the common areas. And when I go back and watch those videos, man, like I said, they're absolutely hilarious. So Travis and I just being ourselves, our content, and we don't know that we're doing it, but we're actually creating good content if somebody was just recording it with a phone. So that's what I started doing. I just started picking up my phone and recording Travis and I, and the interaction is just it's funny. I saw my iPhone 17 has a dual recording option where it's like it's picture in picture, so it's recording me and recording him. And while I'm talking to him, he's just being Travis and I'm being dad. We both know the camera's there, obviously, but we're really truly being ourselves. And Travis is very witty. He's very funny. He's really on top of it. He doesn't even try, and this kid is just he's comedy, right? So I absolutely love, love, love just spending those moments with him and creating. So I started doing that, and bro, I got to tell you, It is truly, Jamal, it's truly been incredible. It's been more than anything fun. I wasn't doing it to get views. I wasn't doing it to get likes or any of that nature, anything of that nature. I just did it because I must create. Um, it's our essence. It's my essence. So I created the video. The very first video that I created with him and the thing went crazy. And I said, man, this is really cool. I had already created another video before. I created two videos that night. And I just kept doing it and kept posting them. Um, and while I was creating the videos and posting them, they were all doing well. So it feels good, obviously, to see that people love that engagement that we have, love those interactions that we have. But again, I just must create. And as far as editing the videos or things of that nature, how you asked, I do edit the videos. Travis helps me a lot because I'm not really good at it yet because I'm still unk. But right, I'm just getting into it. I'm 42. I'm a millennial, but my kids call me a boomer because why wouldn't they? And so he helps me a lot with the videos, with the editing stuff, and tells me what Instagram likes, what they don't like, what they're looking for. And I gotta say he's been spot on because he's been helping the videos have great success by giving me those tips for sure.
That is awesome. I've been enjoying each and every one of them.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll keep
No
posting.
problem.
I made
Well,
another one today, so I look forward to posting and sharing it with you soon.
I'm be waiting. What is your dream role as an actor?
Um, my dream goal as an actor truly is to become the best person to inspire the world through the medium of acting. My goal is really to just inspire and empower people, man. If I can help people to really understand who they are in Christ, who they are as a child of God and how powerful they are, and I can do that through the medium of acting, it'll be the greatest thing I could ever do. Um, being an actor gives you a platform to be who you are to the world. Acting is great, but that's not what God has really put me here to do. It's the platform that God has given me to do what he put me here to do, which is to inspire and empower his people.
That is awesome. Is that a possibility that seeing you and Travis Jr. acting together on screen,
Mm.
and what would that be like for you?
You haven't seen it yet because the film is still in the festival circuit, but Travis and I were in a film together, and that was once my dream to act alongside of my boy. And man, oh man, I got to be in this film. I got to be his dad, bro. It was so easy. It's who we are every day, and it was funny. The audience loved us. They loved our interaction. It was so awesome. The film was absolutely great, and one day you'll be able to see it. It's called Recovering.
I am looking forward to it. I'm sure cannot wait to watch it because that bond that you had with your son is awesome, and I definitely that I really would like to know like exactly how is it hard to make it different between acting than real life?
No, truthfully, acting is real life, and right now, what you and I are doing is actually acting. But people think it's you have to pretend to be having a conversation. No, acting is having a conversation. Acting is doing what you do in regular life with the camera right here and ignoring the camera. But when we try to act, it does it. You can tell when you're trying to be scared or you're trying to be happy or whatever. It doesn't look good on camera because it's not realistic. People can see that's not real. That's not natural or normal. It's not difficult because well, the way I've been taught to act is we're just acting as being, right? Acting is the ability to live truthfully under the given imaginary circumstances. So I'm just living truthfully. I'm just being, experiencing exactly how I would if the camera wasn't there. And when Travis and I are doing what we're doing on screen or off, we're just always doing our best to be ourselves. That's one thing I love about Travis is acting. I don't really see him try. I don't see him trying. I don't ever see him trying. I see him being, and I think they're such a great actor, man, because he understands that concept. and it comes so natural to me.
That is that is awesome. I'm loving the father and son duo and have your own ways up. To find what everything you're going through growing up. It is a awesome and very powerful.
Yes, sir.
Very powerful.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. I know you touched base on this question. We I actually got 3 more questions to go. What your relationship like with your son in real life?
I almost said what you see on camera, but that's not all of it. Um, since Travis was born, Travis has always been special. Super quick story about Travis. My wife and I had a miscarriage on Easter Sunday, 2005. On Easter Sunday, 2006, Travis Jr. was born. I knew that he'd be special. The way that God gave him to us. I knew he'd be special, but also because he was my son, God's son. I knew that he'd be special. So I whispered in his ear since he was a kid, son, you're great. Son, you are the greatest. Son, you will achieve great things. Boy, you are the best. You know, you're a child of God. I always whispered positive affirmations in his ear and told him that he's going to make an impact in the world, change the world for good, do great things. And when he was young, I would say those things to him all the time. So I did my best to just love on my son, how the only way I knew how, and to remind him of how great that he was all of his life. And just to show him love and compassion, empathy, and teach him how to be a man, along with all those other things. And he and I have always had a really good relationship, I feel, because of those things. Because I've always been in his life and I've always spoke positive into his life. Um, Spoke life into him. You know, my dad used to tell me, "You're going to end up dead or in jail." I told my son, "You're the greatest. You can achieve anything in this world. You're going to be, you know, the best." And he believed those things growing up. And that's why he only believes that he can do great things, because that's what I've always told him when he was young. And he's acted upon that belief and has only achieved great things. So I feel that that really helps us to have a really, really great bond and a really great relationship. Travis and I can talk about anything, even when he does stupid stuff, as young people sometimes what adults may feel is stupid. Young people may do things that may get them into trouble, possibly, or things that aren't necessarily the best, for them. He comes and tells me and his mom, like, hey, I may have messed up. I did this. This might have been stupid. I don't know, if I can get out of this or whatever it is. He's never done anything crazy, but whatever he does, our idea of crazy is we've seen crazy. So our idea of crazy is anything that may possibly get you into any kind of trouble. But sometimes we overdo it. But the truth is, Travis is a really, really great young man, and I'm super proud of him, and so proud of him to be so proud to be his father. I'm grateful for the opportunity to raise such an incredible young man.
Shout out to Chapel River Jr. If you are watching this, shout out to you. I'm so proud of him because I encourage him when the last time I spoke with him on here on Zoom interview. I after we got done recording, I specifically said to him, if there's a possibility that can you do content just by yourself, cause it's hard to get everybody else together and actually do it with friends and family and different things. And he told me what he told me, and to see the work that he doing, both of y'all work as well. It. I'm trying my best don't get emotional right now, but it really did touch that. It really did hit me that what I said then he had been putting into work, and that is I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of both of y'all because I know that's not easy. Just do things by yourself.
Yeah.
That's not easy, especially when you're going through a whole lot of other things and got other things to take care of.
Yes, sir.
So if you are watching this, Chadwick Jr., I'm so proud of you. Keep doing. God continue to bless all of y'all because
Yeah.
it take a lot of work, a lot of preparation, and energy level as well.
Yes, sir.
So we almost come to the time. I would like to say thank you so much, Chadwick Senior, for being here on today episode of Zoom Interview Season 1. And I always and I got 3 more to go. I'm trying to make this quick. How do you feel with the Zoom interview episode? How do you feel?
No, amazing, brother. You did a great job. I love the questions. It's really, honestly, really been fun. And I really appreciate, again, I really appreciate being here, man. This is awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate you for us both finally making it happen. So I appreciate you. Do you have any upcoming project that you would like to share?
Any upcoming projects that I would like to share? I'm currently in a movie on it was in the theaters a little while ago. It's now on Hulu. It's called Strange Harvest. And I'm working on a couple of things right now. I have three other films I'm working on right now, but I can't share too much information about them just yet. They're not haven't been released yet, but they're in post production. But just keep looking, looking at our family, watching our family. Our mission is to inspire people and make them laugh while we're doing it. And I hope that you can see yourselves in us. You can see yourselves in me and my son, my wife, my daughters, and you can know that, we're just like you. We are you. We're the same. We are the same people. Same God that's in me is in you. Same God that's in us is in you. And you too can do the same thing. So if you're a creator out there and you just haven't pulled the trigger yet, I don't use that term, but if you just haven't taken the steps to put your content out there, just please do. It's not about how many views or how many likes it gets or how many shares it gets. It's about putting that content out there and creating because you must, creating because you have to, because you need to, because you're not happy if you're not, right? So put it out there. It's not for the people as much as we think that it is. We have an obligation to God to create. It's for God. You do it for God, the people will love it. For
I
yourself.
know
Do it
that.
because it feels good.
I always say that I always encourage people who want to do content creating
Mhm.
different things. I told them you got to love do what you do and have the passion for it. Cause there be some days where you don't feel like doing it,
Yes,
but you
sir.
got to put through it.
Got to push through it. Absolutely, brother.
Where
Absolutely.
can they find you on social media?
Travis Wolf Sr. everywhere. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Are there more? Wherever. I will be Travis Wolf Sr. everywhere.
Any final remarks?
Yes, man. Final remark from me is just, first of all, if you don't have the courage, if you can't find the courage for whatever the reason may be, use Jamal's. Use Jamal's courage to find yours. This young man is doing some incredible things, really extraordinary things in this world, fearlessly doing these things. And as I said earlier in the podcast, he may have all the excuses in the world to not do it, and they all will be good. And I'm sure you have some excuses yourself. I've had plenty of excuses. All my excuses were great, right? But none of those excuses put the content out. None of those excuses, paid the bills. None of those excuses helped inspire people. What does inspire people is us actually doing it. So just do it. Do it in spite of your fear. Do it in spite of the challenges. Do it in spite of the doubt. Do it in spite of the naysayers. People are going to comment negative. It doesn't matter. People are going to comment positive. I like all the comments, positive and negative, and comment positively on the negative comments, right? Um, it's still interaction, and people can see me commenting positively on a negative comment, and that might motivate them to let people are going to hate or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're not creating the content or your art for people who don't love it. Mozart didn't create music for people who don't love Mozart's music. Picasso didn't create paintings for people who didn't love his paintings. They created because they had to, because it's their essence, because they must, and the people who loved it will love it. You do the same thing. Create because you must. The people who will love it will love it. Love on them. Keep creating. They'll keep wanting more of your content, your art, whatever it is, and you'll see one day that you found your tribe. So that's what I've got for you. That's my final words. And one last thing, go be great.
Thanks so much for being here. Make sure y'all go and follow him on all the social media. Matter of fact, not just him, the whole entire family. Y'all go, look them up on all your social media. Follow all the entire family. They're doing great work over there on them. I'm so proud of them. I'm so excited. Cannot wait for what to come. Thanks so much for being here. To all the viewers, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And check out all the other videos on the channel. Leave a like, comment on them. And share with y'all family and friends. We got so much content coming up very soon. I am so looking forward to be back with y'all and in person, hopefully. God willing, hopefully. Just for now, y'all follow me on my social media. The link will be in the box below. And if y'all got my number, y'all can contact me personally. But other than that, thanks so much for watching. I will see y'all on the next video. See you later. Peace.